What's up, everyone? This is Scratch, and I'm uploading a full video walkthrough for Ori and the Blind Forest. I'm just going to include the full playthrough. It is going to be chopped up because there's obviously parts that I can't 100% do without dying or standing or looking or whatever. So it is going to be a little bit chopped up, but if you watch the video, it should go pretty much in order. We're going to collect 100% of the collectibles. And including all of the Mapstones, so you'll find 100% of the map. They don't pop in this video because I've already completed them, but there's going to be a couple of the achievements that you should get. Like, for example, you should get one right here. And we're just going to play through it. I do plan on uploading some videos that are going to have like shorter versions, or you know, maybe just links. I'll put links in the descriptions directly to the collectibles, so these easy parts that you know about, or you know where to go or know what to do, you don't have to choke through them. I'll do my best to cut these up as short as I can, but I just figured I would include the full playthrough for somebody who actually wants to look at a certain part, or whatever the case may be. Now, keep in mind, because I'm doing a video for these, and I was trying to hurry through it, most of the collectibles don't come until one of the later videos, because I waited until I had my skills tree fully unlocked, because then it's super easy to just run through the whole game in about like maybe 15-20 minutes, half an hour, something like that. Less than an hour anyway. But run through the full game in less than an hour and just grab everything that you missed. So all of the stuff that is collectibles without whatever skill I happen to have at this time are going to be grabbed on the way through, but it is possible that you may see or know about some of them that you could grab ahead of time, which is fine. You'll just have to remember which ones you've gotten or which ones you've looked at, or when they get to that point in the video, you can go back through them and just find the secrets again or whatever. So pretty much this is the opening scene. I'm just finding sign right now, and I'm gonna run through. We've already collected a couple of secrets, so I'll just kind of wait until we get going here. We gotta fight these monsters. One of the other things that you're going to want to do that you're noticing that I am not doing right here now, but one of the tips I have here is to save every time you collect something, or every time you collect like a couple of things. Like, so if you know that there's two things that are close to each other, just grab both of them quick and then save. It gets easier at the end because you'll get more and more energy cells. There's a total of 15 to collect. But you want to make sure that you get a chance to save as often as possible. It's even worth heading back to a save point or a spirit well or whatever, just to make that save, because I make that mistake in the last video of this series. You'll see I made such a stupid mistake, and I thought I screwed myself for the whole game. So what I'm doing here is I'm collecting all of these ability shards, or whatever they're called, and as I get my abilities up, I'm only concentrating on the middle tree. The middle tree, when it's full, has a ability to kind of see through a hidden wall. So when you get to an area where the wall is hidden, it'll be slightly transparent and help you notice it. It doesn't full on give it away, but it'll at least help you notice where it is. And you'll need this because when you go into some areas or some places, if you've missed something, it'll definitely help it catch your eye. I was able to actually grind it out just a little bit, and it'll be in this playthrough. But I was able to grind it out just a little bit so that I could get that ability unlocked before I entered the first missable area, which is the inside the Ginsu tree. So if you can unlock everything in the before you get to the first missable area, just make saves before those areas, and then that way, if you get to the end of the game and you've missed something, which you likely will miss something, and it's likely going to be because you collected something and didn't save and died, and then considered yourself as having gotten that particular collectible. I made that mistake. Do not make that mistake. This video contains 100% of everything you need to find, and then some, because there's even stuff that I think I marked it down as a secret that isn't really a secret, but I wasn't sure, so I added it. So that's in this video too. So I'll just show on the map every time I collect something where it is, and you can see I'm working on the middle ability tree. This is going to give me map markers to show me where stuff is. For most things, not everything. But as you go through the map, you'll be able to see it. And some of the stuff we're going to come back and get later. So don't waste your time trying to get something that you can't reach. You got to collect these mapstones. This will also help with your speed run, because if you kind of skim through here, you can see like where to go next. I don't exactly do a speed run, and there is a little bit of sidetracking and stuff, so this is not going to be a good guide for the speedrun to tell you exactly where to go next. I suppose I could do one of those, but probably not going to. Unless there was a demand for it. I'm still working on my no deaths run. Just haven't had a chance to play too much, so. I actually did pretty good on this because I hadn't died before I got up to here yet. So one of the other things we're going to take a look at that'll also be in this video series is going to be the spirit well. You're going to want to make sure that you save at every single one of them. And so I'll find those, and then also collect all the mapstones. And then the mapstones will also have, well, some of the mapstones are also in secret areas, I guess that's what I was trying to say. Lots of map referencing here. Most of this is pretty raw footage. I did not edit it too heavily because I feel like most of it is not going to be viewed. A lot of it is going to be skipped around. So I'll just make another video, or make a short video that just kind of cuts to every single collectible and where it is. We'll add some checklists. I've got some maps being made to kind of help out. So hopefully you don't have too much trouble with this. You can leave a comment in the video or whatever. I can even go back through and maybe play a certain area if you need to see it better or whatever. I can help facilitate that. You just want to make sure you kill everything. It's important to collect all of those shards, as many as you can, because you need to be fully ready to go when you get ready to go in that Ginsu tree. I'm going to have a full playthrough of the Ginsu tree, which is the first missable area, so I guess you don't have to, because you could always just watch the video and then you don't need to have it. But if you're playing on your own and you don't really want to have to worry about watching the video, you'll get most of them with that ability, because I did not have to search very hard, and I did notice a few things that I missed in my first run through. So I just did it for this playthrough because I needed it to find the stuff, because I didn't use a guide to get this. I did all my own searching. So here we come down here to the first Mapstone, but we don't have the Fragment. That's what we're actually here for. Which you wouldn't necessarily have to go get, I suppose. But you do need to come down and get that. Made a little mistake here, but I did remember to save. Later on, you'll notice like a lot of the collectibles just seem to sort of, they just seem to sort of come like one right after the other. This is where we're going to grab our first ability. This video will also contain all of these trees, which you have to find them all anyway, so that's not totally a hard thing. But at least you can get the idea of where you're going to find it or when. So this will be our second energy cell out of 15. And you can use these to save. I kind of went with the energy cell tree, the one that's on the top after I complete the middle tree, or the middle section, or whatever you want to call it. I went with the second one so that I could reuse these as save points and all that sort of thing. The reason I paused so long, and I need to edit some of these down, but the reason I paused so long is because I actually had to stop and take time to write down what I had found and keep track of it or label it or whatever I was doing at the time. See, now that you have the wall jump, there's going to be other things that are actually really easy to get, so that's why I kind of skipped around a little bit. I didn't grab everything I could immediately get. Just because if you come back later when you have a new skill, like it's such an easy task to just fly right through it with like like with the dash or whatever, rather than try to like time a double jump exactly perfectly to catch the lip of a wall or something. And if you can make it through, you can save anywhere you want or whatever, so it's not too hard to just tough it out a little bit and backtrack or whatever to collect life. You know, the problems I had was like saving where I have one life bar left or one life circle left. You want to try to avoid doing that. The save system has its caveats. It's nice that you can save absolutely anywhere, but the game doesn't protect you from yourself. I think some people don't understand that. The game is not going to protect you from yourself. You have to be smart about the save. You can't just save because if you're in a really tight spot and you save, or accidentally save like I did once, and you save it, you might not get out of it, or you're going to have to do it absolutely perfect. My first playthrough of this game took 2 extra hours because I saved in an area where I had no health, and I had to kind of run the gauntlet through an area that was not going to be easy to get through. Just gotta remember to save after you pick everyone up. I'll probably say that several times because that totally almost messed me up. Okay, we're going to collect the Mapstone here. Well, the Mapstone fragment, and then we can take it back to the Mapstone. This will unlock every area, though you will not be able to get to every area that you can see. For example, I'm going to get 100% of the map visible in the Sunken Glades right here, but I'm not necessarily going to be able to get to all of it yet to unlock it all, so we'll have to come back after we've unlocked some other abilities. The only collectibles that you really need to pay attention to are the ones in the missable areas, and I'm going to put flashing lights and banners and blinking text and everything when we get to a missable area. This area of the Sunken Glade that we're going through right now is not missable at all. So we don't even really have to be going through most of this. We can just collect the necessities to move on, and we can just go through it. But I'm just grabbing them as I go because it will help with your game. You don't want to completely skip everything. But definitely this is an area that we can come back to, no problem. But the Ginsu Tree or the Forlorn Ruins, or especially once you enter Mount Horu, there's no turning back even to this area. But prior to Mount Horu, which is the last dungeon area, prior to that you can come back to all of this with the exception of the Misty Woods and the Forlorn Ruins and the Ginsu Tree, which I will make sure in those videos that it's abundantly clear that you need to absolutely collect everything that you see and follow the video to a T if you want to get the 100%. And as if being missable wasn't bad enough, they make it so that if you don't collect everything before entering Mount Horu, you can't even come back here. But this you can pretty much come back to every time. This is a shortcut secret we won't be able to open up until we have enough energy cells. I think this one takes 4. But we'll just make note of it for now. That's also going to make it easier in the later levels to just come through here and grab it. I thought I could jump up to this and catch this edge, but I guess I can't. Even the double jump didn't work here. I could probably get this with a double jump, but I don't think I come back until way later. Alright. So make sure to save. I always just make sure to save, not so much in the video, but in retrospect, make sure to save after you pick up everything. I think I've said this a couple times now. After you pick something up, save. Or after you pick up a few things, save. And try to remember where your last save was so that you know what you need to recollect if you die. Because if you don't save and you die, then you're screwed and you need to go back and collect the items again. Alright, here we go. So that was the tree. I skipped all the cutscenes and stuff like that. We're kind of moving into the second part. We're going to be just about into the second video here. and I will have that uploaded shortly. I have to replay the third video because I accidentally didn't hit record after I collected everything, but I'm hoping I can play back to this area, follow my notes, and make a decent third video. So I will have that up shortly. These will all be in a single playlist, and I will also upload shortened versions of these so you don't have to sit here and listen to me ramble about crap, and you don't have to worry about skipping through the video. But for those of you that find the video and don't know about the other videos that I'm going to put up, I will make these videos skippable by putting the links in the description of where most of the collectibles are. That should make it a little bit easier to follow. That way, you know, if you want to see it, I think a lot of people like to see the actual gameplay of what brought you to this and what ones did you skip, or how come this one isn't in this particular video, or whatever. If you just follow this whole full drawn out series, you'll get everything you need. And I'm going to include links in the video once I get them uploaded to all of the missable areas. So if you're here looking for missable areas, or you think you're going to look for missable areas, you can watch any one of these videos and find the direct links to those, because those are probably going to be the popular and important ones because you can't go back. And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but one of the ways you can miss stuff is to not save after you collect something. Because I did that, and man, was my heart sank to the bottom of my chest. I thought I was done. I thought I had just spent several hours making this guide only to find out that I'd missed something. And I knew I had gotten 100% of the items, but I thought I had just not saved one. And that takes the wind out of your sails. Alright, another spirit light container. We can go through here right now if we wanted to, but that just goes back through the areas we've already been to, so there's no need to go down there, but that's just a shortcut. So we'll head back up here to the top. Can't go through there. It's very difficult to go back and play earlier levels without the abilities that you're used to playing with, because I was already through my full-blown playthrough when I came back and did this, so like I really missed my double jump. So we'll kill this guy, and then I think we go through to the spider thing, and then I'm going to stop it there. As you can see, there's a secret to the left there, but I won't be able to collect it just yet. Can't come up over this, but there's something up there we're going to want. These guys are a pain, especially when you're in your first earlier levels. You can't really stay away from them, so I usually just jump on the wall. This is good for a no-death run. Get on a wall and hit these guys like this. And that's going to be about it for video 1. I think we got 1 energy cell, or I'm sorry, 2 energy cells, and we got a life cell, giving us a total of 4, because you start out with 3, got some abilities, and we're working on that middle tree. That's where we're at here. So thanks for watching, and I will have episode number 2 up shortly, and hopefully this helps you out. If you need any additional footage or have questions, comments, please leave one below. Thanks for watching.